Hey, how y'all doing? This is the Rule of Thirds. This is Nate
What's up? What's
Brennan.
up?
How's it
Nate
going?
Brennan and Chris. We're just we're back with the recap about the
Yeah,
whole
WandaVision.
episodes 1 through 9.
WandaVision.
Yeah, the whole series. The whole series.
While they know kind of what we feel about with the whole series, as a whole, what we feel like going forward, what it's leading into, just kind of like, a whole recap over what like beginning and how we feel about the whole series as a whole, not just episode
Absolutely,
recap.
For
absolutely.
sure.
And
Encompassing everything, our thoughts, just first impressions, comparing and contrasting with our final thoughts, what we expect
yeah,
to see in the next coming series.
Brendan, go ahead and take it, man. Go ahead. What you think? What you feel?
Yeah,
You
man,
know?
like this whole series has been, a roller coaster of events,
Yeah.
um, to say the least. It started off. I know, Chris, like we were kind of a little iffy about it. You're like, oh, like I listen. We talked about this off camera, but like
Sure.
we were like, yo, WandaVision, like out of all the things coming out, I thought was gonna be the worst one. Like out of Falcon
Yeah.
Winter Soldier, Loki, I
Yeah.
was like, out this WandaVision, I don't know about this one.
Yeah.
And the first couple episodes, I was just like, oh, like is this what's gonna be? And then next thing you know, like
Was
when
it
you're on like
episode? Was it episode 3 when everything switched?
yeah, episode
Okay.
3 was like you flick the light on, like you start going
Yeah.
up like the ramp on the roller coaster, and I was just like, wait a
They went
second,
to wide vision TV
Right.
suddenly.
Yeah.
right? The aspect ratio changed and everything, and I slowly just started to fall in love with the series to the point where like I was counting down the days till next Friday each time,
Friday
and
couldn't get
now
here
it's like
fast enough. Yeah.
Pretty
it couldn't
much.
get here fast enough. It couldn't get here fast enough. They brought so many, just so much nostalgia. Like it just felt like I was watching something Marvel again for the first time in forever, and it just was
Mm-hmm.
really, really good. And it just made me honestly at the end just really not wanting it to end. Honestly, it
Yeah.
went from me and it just to say it really just blew my expectations out of the water. Honestly, I did not expect it to be this good, and it was just they were so like meticulous, and it was just they didn't miss a single detail. They made the most of every single shot that they had, honestly. And
Mm-hmm.
and it now raised my bar for them so high with these series
Whew.
that they're coming out with, like, and I cannot wait for what they have more. Like I hope now they got Falcon Winter Soldier. They got some stuff to live up to right now. I
Yeah.
thought they were going to be
Oh.
better than WandaVision, but
Ooh,
now
that's going to be rough.
it's
Yeah.
like I
But
fell
they
in love
got the
with the series,
chance,
so they
yo.
got to impress me now. They got to impress me
Yeah.
now. And if they nail it, like, and we're getting just such amazing content from them from these series, like it's just gonna be the best.
Mm.
So
Yeah. I agree with everything you said, Brennan. I really do. Um, from and that initial gut feeling because they dropped episode 1 and 2, and you were like, you kind of had to ask yourself like, hey, what the hell am I watching? Like, am I
mhm.
watching? Is this Marvel or is this something from the 60s
Nick
and
at night.
70s?
Right, you're like,
But
okay, they're
just
trying something different.
yeah,
Okay,
right, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Well, you're right, Nate. Was I watching Nick at Night? But I mean, the way everything you know tied together and was brought forth, and you made you think back and was brought full center. Just the twists and turns that it puts you on. Man, it was done so well, and it was entertaining. It was emotional. It was enlightening. I mean, it even brought forth the idea of new characters. We've talked about
Right.
Cthulhu and what's coming. I mean, there's so much stuff, and from this series that I think has potentially opened the door to that question. Hey, what are they going to do next? And as
Right.
we know
And
with Marvel, go ahead, Brendan.
no, I was gonna say, like, I mean, I really feel like it was the gate opening. I'm like so
Yeah,
serious. I feel like this is
and
just like opening the gate, like
I,
this is we're starting something new. This is the beginning. Here we
I,
go.
I
This
mean,
is,
I almost feel like and I know it's only been a couple of days, but when I look back at WandaVision, and how do I say this without putting my foot in my mouth? But I literally feel like WandaVision, in its own way, the series, in its own way, is like Iron Man 1, where it's like, where's this going to go?
mm-hmm,
What is this hinting to? What's
mm-hmm,
next? This whole, the chaos magic, the dark hold, the potential of Cthulhu, Stephen Strange, the multiverse. Like
mm-hmm,
I was literally, when I look back and I'm like, man, this is literally a new beginning, you know,
mm-hmm,
for the Marvel cinematic universe, whatever you want to call it. Um, so and yeah, I mean, when they said they were doing the Loki series, Falcon Winter Soldier, I mean, we've heard things of She-Hulk, we've heard things of Ms. Marvel,
mm-hmm,
we've heard things of Invasion, we've heard
mm-hmm.
things of Moon Knight, and they were like, yeah, well, we're going to open with WandaVision, and it's just like, on paper, no disrespect to any specific character,
Right. Yeah.
but I was with Brett. I'm just like, okay, maybe they're just buttering us up with this one
Right. For
first,
sure.
and
For
then
sure.
and then shit's really about to drop coming forward. But
Right.
yo, this one, I mean, I heard something the other day. I don't know what I was watching. They were like, yo, WandaVision, since it's aired, has been like the most watched series on television, or the most watched thing on stream. It was something that
Mm-hmm.
it broke some record for like
No way.
the most watched streaming program.
No way. I did
Period.
not know that. That's
Period.
crazy.
Like it outdid what I believe it outdid what the Mandalorian did, season 1 and season 2.
That's crazy.
Like so many
That's
people
so
just
wild.
jumped. So many people just jumped on board. And fact check me if you will,
Mm-hmm.
but even if I'm wrong, it's still up there. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? And let's for a minute, let's go back to a minute now. It's like the acting, Elizabeth Olsen, Paul Bettany, the woman who played Agnes or Agatha.
Catherine
Yo, the
Hahn.
act Catherine Hahn. Yo, the acting,
Oh, she was amazing. Oh my gosh.
like
Elizabeth
all of them.
Olsen. They were
All
great.
of listen, I mean, I don't know if there's an award you can give out for like a series, maybe a Tony or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Her, Paul Bettany, like they need to be up for it. They need
Honestly,
it.
they
They,
really
they
do.
did. Elizabeth
They really
Olsen, I
do.
mean, like she went back and forth with her accent, the Sokovian to the regular to the '60s, the '50s.
Right.
Man, you
And
know what
like
I
I don't
mean?
know, like and for like Paul Bettany, like we talked about this and like you guys will see in the last video, but listen, that scene with him and White Vision, like
Mm,
you just gotta man, it was just chilling like that scene, man. Like he
yeah,
deserves something for that.
yeah, absolutely.
Just
And if I have to, I always got to be that guy. So just allow me to be that guy. Allow me to be that guy. Very positive. There's a couple.
negatives. Negative. Yeah,
I didn't want to go that strong, Brennan. I didn't want to go that
right.
strong. There's a
There's a
couple.
couple
Yeah.
bumps in the road.
So when I'm looking at like a series like this, okay, and I guess it didn't happen with the Mandalorian. I guess it didn't happen, but with WandaVision, it damn sure happened. And I don't know who's to blame. I don't know if
Mm,
it's us. I don't know if it's us.
I think it's us
But there were two things that
a little
happened.
bit.
There were two things that happened. There was this idea that we were going to get more than what we eventually ended up with.
For sure.
And I think part of that is us. I think knowing, because to my understanding, when they broke ground with WandaVision, the idea was this was leading right into the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness movie.
Mm,
So I think I put that on us of saying, oh, well, then we got to see Doctor Strange. We got to see Doctor Strange. We got to see Doctor
for
Strange.
sure. For sure.
I think that was us.
I think so
But
as
I
well.
but I also believe that, like, even the actors. I mean, come on now. Ralph Boner. Like, we had 8 episodes. Who was
Of just
Ralph? Who's Ralph? And then the way it
that
ended
one
was just
hurt.
like, it
That
hurt
one
bad.
hurt.
Hurt
It
hurt
hurt.
here.
I'm not gonna lie.
It
It
hurt
did.
here.
When that
Here.
scene happened, I was just like,
And not so much that, but when you look at the scope of that whole scene, and just allow me to vent for a second, because I vented in episode 4. Was it episode 4?
Yeah, it's been a while since you've been it.
Yeah. It was. I think it was episode 4 when I went off on that whole, like, Quicksilver. Is this that moment?
I was thinking about you, Chris. I
Yeah,
really
you remember
was.
that? Yo,
Mhm.
like they took all that, just like.
And like slapped you in the face.
Well, no, hold on. Just like Wanda said at the Thanos, you took everything from me. That's how I feel. I feel like you took everything from me. Okay, you took everything from me,
Oh my
and
goodness.
you hit me with Ralph Boner. That's how I feel.
I
That's
feel
how
like
I
they
feel.
I feel like they took all the like, the Marvel, like, super fans and speculators and theorists and just like smacked them.
Yeah,
They said
no.
stop theorizing about what
Yeah,
we might be.
not only did you smack us, you drug us through the dirt. You drug us up and down a gravel driveway repeatedly.
Yeah.
That's
They said stop
that's
thinking about what we will do and just enjoy the freaking show.
yeah, and you know what? When I go back and if I watch it again, and I'm not really known for watching things more than one time,
Mhm.
you know what I mean. But if I do, I'll definitely have that appreciation of, hey man, this is pretty enjoyable, and I think
Definitely.
I'll,
Definitely.
I think I'll leave it there, and at the same time, look, I got to be honest with you. We're getting Falcon and Winter Soldier in a couple weeks.
2
Man,
weeks.
they can't drop the like they can't. They
They
can't.
can't drop the ball.
They can't
cannot.
drop the ball.
They can't drop the ball.
They can't drop the ball.
And I'm scared that they will. I hope not.
Man, I think we kind of talked on it briefly a couple weeks
Yeah.
ago, Brennan. The three of us
Mm.
were like, "Yo, like, did WandaVision just come out of nowhere and just raise the bar so high unexpectedly that like Marvel's like, oh shit,
They're like, we didn't expect it to
well,
be this good.
we you know what I
Like,
mean?
we
Like, I
outdid
don't
ourselves on this one.
right. Nothing
Like, see,
against Sebastian Stan and Anthony Mackie.
right, nothing against
Anthony
them. Nothing
Mackie
against
in his own right is a dope ass actor.
completely. And like
But
the crazy thing is, like, how WandaVision started out slow. We were kind of like, we
yeah,
don't know about this. Like Falcon Winter says, they gotta start high.
but here's the thing. But okay, to your point, I agree with you. They got to start off with something big. But like, but what is the better delivery? Start off big and kind of dwindle down, and then come back at the end, which they're probably going to do, or do just what WandaVision did: get people sucked in to want to know what's going on, and just continuously build, Because
Right,
me
I feel like
personally, I think Marvel found a formula with WandaVision. Get
they
people
did.
sucked in. Get people sucked in to have a. Come on now, it happened to all. It can happen to all of us. What's going on? What is this? Why are they doing this? This doesn't make sense. I don't get this. This isn't what happened in comic book. Is this what's going to
Right.
happen in comic? All these questions, but you had us all sucked in. You had us all sucked in. You had us all invested.
The next week you answer little bit of questions.
And then it just dragged.
And then
to
know.
Right. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And here's another. I'll finish in a second. And then just gradually build and just get better and better and better.
Right.
Me personally, like, I would be okay if Falcon and Winter Soldier literally picks up right after the events of Endgame, with Bucky and Falcon trying to figure out what to do with this damn shield.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like, what do we do? You know what I mean? I would be okay with that. I would be okay with that kind of lost and like obligation. What do we do? We're still Avengers. Like what? how does this work? I would be okay with that kind of slow build into something else.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Or what if they run into White Vision?
Man, there's no telling who they could run into, Nate.
At this point now, honestly,
there's
really no telling.
there's no telling who they could run into.
Because the way I think about it is, I feel like, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like maybe they put it in this order for a reason, in terms of what's releasing.
I mean,
For it to not have impact on one another. So.
What if events from like WandaVision happened in Winter Soldier, and then
I would see. I would love to just see them like looking at some monitor or looking at some news thing, and they're just like New Jersey Hex or something crazy. I would just love that.
You know what? I'm sure you're going to. Okay, I'm not sure, but I think Marvel has done those little kind of hints and Easter eggs in a lot of facets of television, whether it was the movies, whether it was Agents of Shield, whether it was the Netflix series. I remember they did a lot of little stuff like that, even in their Netflix series, that reverted back to the movies. You know what I mean? I remember Jessica Jones talking about the big green guy. You know what I mean? In her series. You know what I mean? So I would not be surprised if you get something like that. Like, hey, shit's popping off in Jersey. I mean, just it's about, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. You know what I mean?
It's
I would not be surprised.
Sword officials are going to New Jersey.
Yeah, I would not be surprised. You know what I mean? I'm sure, I would not be surprised at all. My thing is like, it seemed that there was it was almost a paradox where like WandaVision kind of came out of nowhere, but immediately there was just so much hype about it. Did anyone else feel that way? Where like you had all these kind of interviews, and this is where I said like part of it was us expecting to see certain things, but you had Paul Bettany talking about this cameo. You had Elizabeth Olsen talking about a cameo that was going to rival Luke Skywalker.
Hey.
So my only ask is like, just give us the damn series. Like, I don't want to hear all this in between stuff to get all my hopes and dreams and wishes.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just give us
the. They have to hype it up, but like.
Yeah, but like
I don't think you needed to.
But okay.
But you hurt my feelings, and I didn't like it.
Thank you, Nate. Thank you, because you're touching on what I'm about to say. WandaVision, as fast as it came out of nowhere, gathered so much steam and so much hype to where there was the possibility of seeing this person, this person, this person, and we might see this. And oh shit, who was this? What does this mean? Where it literally felt like in a matter of like 4 or 5 episodes, it just this journey we were on had gathered so much steam and so much hype. Yeah. You were grasping for air sometimes to figure out what is going on. Is this about to happen?
Right.
And a lot of it didn't happen.
Right. And like again, like it could have been us.
The whole raking us over hot coals back and forth about Ralph is a prime example.
That was such a tease.
Because that was literally 8 episodes of just being dragged through hot coals.
That was
and
cruel.
there was no payoff. There was no payoff.
That was cruel and unusual punishment by Marvel for sure.
Right.
Did not appreciate that one.
Nate, I'm sorry, Bernie. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Nate. Go ahead.
No. Yeah, Nate. What do you think? How would you sum it all up as far as WandaVision?
I would sum it up. Obviously, like I love the series. Like I liked it. Like obviously, like y'all were saying, like I think it started off super slow, but that slow beginning is what kind of drew me into like, why is it like this? And then once it opened up and you started seeing everything from both sides and stuff like that, it just became such a literally like a who's who, like who can appear here, what's happening, why is this like this, like what's going to happen in the future, who's behind all this
Mm-hmm.
situation that like yeah, like it blew up and and I absolutely loved it and I was literally looking forward to it every season. Like we had our little discussions and every week some things we'd be right about, I mean some things we'd be wrong about, but it wasn't even really about that. It was just more about like what after this episode, like what were we thinking like was going to happen next. Like it didn't even matter if we were right or wrong. Like the series just made you just want to keep watching it no matter what. Even if I
Sure.
was right, like it didn't stop me from like, oh, I was right about this. It didn't make me like, well, I know what's going to happen. It was more like, but even though I was right about this, well, what does that mean? So
Sure.
now I gotta
Yeah.
so now I gotta figure out. Now I gotta watch the episode to figure out like what's going on. So
Yes,
like
I
Right.
get that. Yes.
so it was like it was such good storytelling that like which I like that. It was more good storytelling on Marvel than anything else. Like because it wasn't
Okay.
like it was literally full of like action and stuff the whole time. It wasn't like it wasn't that type of thing. Like a lot of like the Marvel movies were like where they're pretty much like
Oh,
action movies all that. Like this didn't really have that much action in it. Like really at all.
episode 9 was like the only action
Yeah,
there
like
was.
it was more like thriller and just like making you think about stuff and I really enjoyed like I enjoyed this aspect of a Marvel story because this is the first story from Marvel that we've gotten like this so far. Like
Yeah.
just not an action movie. Like
Sure.
I feel like they really showed that we can be different and still be good.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I wish
Like they show
other studios would take that and like, show that you can be different and
they're like
and
we
be
don't
good.
need to. Oh, he's calling some people out. Ooh,
I mean, you don't gotta.
yeah.
You know what? Versatility is a powerful thing, man.
You're
And
like,
when you're open about risking it, that's powerful in itself. When you're open about, hey, we're not going to do a movie, we're going to do a series. Okay, that's something different
Mhm.
from Marvel. Okay,
And
and we're gonna take characters from the big screen and put them in this series,
uh,
which is kind of
discussions
risky.
coming soon for what we're hinting at, but
Yeah.
some rants coming soon, guys. Stay
Don't
tuned
even
for that, though.
don't even get me started. Don't even get
Okay,
me started.
we got a lot of stuff
I'm
coming
I'm I'm
about
I'm trying to stay on the path here.
some powerful opinions coming. Stay tuned
Um,
for that, though, guys.
but you know, there's nothing wrong with taking risk, and there's something and there's something powerful about taking risk. There's something powerful about using different characters, different storylines, different backdrops, different theories, and different ideologies. There's something powerful about that, just because that gives your whole continuity storyline, quote unquote, universe more depth and more scopes, and eventually more avenues and places to go. What's really powerful is when you do that and it works. It works. And I would say all of us would agree that, yeah, WandaVision, Disney Plus, this series, you're taking characters right from the big screen, right from Age of Ultron and Civil War and Infinity War and Endgame, and bring them in a series that's so different, and it starts out so different, like any other thing that Marvel's done,
Mm,
which was risky, but
it
it paid
was.
off. But it paid off.
You gotta risk it
I mean,
to.
it paid off in a way where now we're like questioning and we're hoping that the other series that Marvel is going to do is going to deliver
Right,
just like this one did.
right.
I mean, wow.
Like,
I mean, what a statement, And I'm not trying to really get into the whole Marvel, you know, cinematic universe and their ideology and what they're trying to accomplish. But man, let's just talk about what they've done. You know, I mean, with this series, man, they've done nothing short of, they knocked it out of the park. They really did. They've set the groundwork for hopefully what's to come, the expectations, and that's not always easy either. Living up to those
Mm,
expectations, and
for
Falcon and
sure.
Winter Soldier, Loki, and whatever's to come, man, they got a tall task. They got a tall task. They really do.
They do.
And
And
and the story can be different. I'm pretty sure the story will be different. But it whatever the story is, it's got to deliver. And I think we're all invested because Marvel, up until this point, has delivered. I,
they have
I mean,
And
they
they're
I mean they
in
literally
one
have.
way, shape, or form.
and they're literally just
They,
getting
they
and they're
have.
getting better.
They actually
Cool.
are.
Nate, thank you, thank you,
They are.
Like they're
thank
actually
you. I mean,
getting better. Like
they're they're getting better to the point, and I didn't mean to cut you off, and I apologize, but they're getting better to the point where they can start off slow with something and make you almost rethink. Like me, it happened to me. Go back and watch the first video we did because I didn't know what the hell was going on.
Mm,
Okay, but it made me think like, oh, this ain't gonna work. That was my first. Oh no, this ain't gonna work. But
mm,
you've heard me talk about that investment. You've heard me talk about buying in, and I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Marvel, so I'm bought in. I'm going to invest that time to go along the journey,
for
good, bad,
sure.
or indifferent. You know what I mean?
Mm,
And I did it
definitely.
with this one, and man, I came out. Man, I came out entertained. I came out pleased. I really did. And
For
when it's
sure.
all said and done, I came out pleased, happy. I came out optimistic. I came out looking forward to what's coming next. You know,
For sure.
and to piggyback on what Brennan was saying, there's some other companies out there
Mm,
that you know haven't had the success and haven't really adopted the formula that Marvel has, and they're putting all of their stake, their time and energy in the promise of success, but they really haven't. They need to put their time and energy and money into laying the groundwork to building stories, characters,
like
not the same characters over and over and
like
over again.
like even
no,
this
seriously.
series
I mean,
here
Maybe take a
was
gamble
groundwork.
with some new characters. Maybe take that risk.
because I mean, if you weren't a fan of, you know, well, I mean, like Scarlet Witch is not a main like a super huge main character. If you weren't a fan, you're a fan of her now.
Mm,
After this series,
Absolutely.
you're a
Thank
fan of
you.
her now. You're a
You're a
fan of her now.
huge fan. You're a
For
huge
sure.
fan.
You're a huge
You're a
fan of her now.
huge fan.
Like
You know,
and like I was saying, even this show here was just laying groundwork towards Phase 4 that they said they're working on. Even the end of Spider-Man, the last Spider-Man movie, was laying the groundwork towards their next phase and stuff. Like it's like everything that they're working on is in such continuity with each other that it's like everything that's happening
They're
in their universe is all. It seems like it's all happening in their continuity. Well,
they're
it's
always looking ahead to the
yeah,
next
like
thing and trying to lay the groundwork for the next part of their story. You know.
yeah. I mean, yeah, man. And what's crazy, what's really crazy is we're going to get a bunch of different series. Um, who knows? The next time we'll be back in theaters. But what's crazy is like something I always tell my dad, and me and my dad talk a lot. Is all this stuff is connected. All this stuff is connected in some way, shape, or form. Whether the next time we see the Avengers, the next time we like it's all brought like full circle, and
Right.
it's just such a a masterful job, and I'm convinced Marvel literally just yes they're good directors, they're good writers, they're good editors, but at their core they're fans. They're legit
You have to
fans.
be.
Without a doubt.
They're just they're seriously they're not
Because I've
they're
seen what
not
happens to
they're
series when the person
Like all
isn't
the
a
way down
fan.
to their actors too.
yeah they're just they're
Like,
they're fans, man.
I'll never forget. I was watching this clip of Elizabeth Olsen talking about literally doing a House of M series like
Hmm.
40 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like it's
Oh
like you
yeah.
can tell even all the way down to their actors, they're
They're
fans.
just they're just
You
they're
can
just
tell
fans,
that
man.
the actors actually learned about their characters too. Like they actually learned about their character. I hate to say it, like I'll say this: some of the people from other people like DC, some of them learned about that. Some of them like I'm not even going to be in this role. I ain't going to be in this role long enough to learn about this character. So what's the point?
Nate,
I'm sorry I hurt you. I gave you. I'm sorry I hurt you. I didn't mean to, man.
Different
Nate.
conversation for another day coming, guys. Though don't worry,
There's just-
we'll dive hugely
but
into that.
but it's an important conversation.
Yeah.
It's an
It's a
important
very,
conversation.
You
very
gotta
important
you
conversation
you
that needs to be
gotta
talked about.
want to
Needs to
be
talked about.
the act. You gotta
Because-
want to be the character you're acting. You gotta want to
because
do what you're doing.
For sure.
It's-
Like you look at Killmonger, like this man, Michael B. Jordan was like, bro, like I had to take a while to recover, man. Like I really was into that character.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
stuff like that. It's just like
I mean, there's I don't want to, but there's a there, I'll put it to you like this. For those of you who are on this journey with us, the three of us are fans. Period. The three of us are fans. We're invested in the entertainment. We're invested in the stories. We have some sort of whether it's reading comic books, whether it's learning it online, whether it's just learning and educating each other from conversation. We're invested in that. There's definitely that investment. You know what I mean?
For
And
sure.
by no means do we want to see anything that fails. By no means. We want to see everything that we have embedded in our minds from an imagery standpoint, from reading and turning the pages of comic books to whatever. We want to see all that succeed, and that's just the bottom line with all of this. You know what I mean? We may know a little bit about these characters. We may know more about this character than this character. We might like this character better than this character. But essentially, these are all characters that we want to see done in a way that do them justice.
For sure. For sure.
We want to see them. Okay, Marvel, DC, Dynamite. Come on, Nate, help me out. Black. What was the one? Black. There was
Black Horse.
Black Horse. Come on, all that kind of stuff. We're fans. You know what I mean? We've just picked a period in time to start with something, and I'll reiterate. The journey doesn't begin with and end with WandaVision. We want to talk about as much stuff as we can. We want to talk about it from the aspect of us being fans, and we want to talk about with the enthusiasm of wanting it to succeed.
For sure.
At the same time, as fans,
we gotta call it like it is.
Thank you. We gotta call it we gotta call a spade a spade. We gotta call it like it is.
Spade. Let it know how it is.
Thank you. We have to. And there's content, Marvel, DC, coming out. We're excited about. We can't wait to see it. We can't wait to see it. We can't wait to talk about it. We can't wait to bring y'all along on that journey with us. You know,
Definitely.
feedback is such a powerful tool where it's collectively kind of like what we're doing, whether it's even subliminal where it's like, hey, maybe I was too harsh, maybe I was thinking this, but maybe this, whatever,
Hmm.
you know. Um, but at the end of the day, we want them all to succeed.
For
Um,
sure, we do.
and that's the basis of all of this. It really is. And I'm not trying to preach and get all philosophical, but you know the three of us started this based on the idea of like, man, this is stuff we enjoy. This is literally stuff we enjoy doing. This is stuff we enjoy talking about.
We talk
Um,
about this stuff as is,
we
honestly.
do. We do. And what's crazy is like we've been talking about this stuff. We just decided to record it and put it on YouTube. Okay,
Yeah,
you
That's
know.
pretty much it.
Um, but the hopes, the dreams, aspirations have been there. Like, man, you know, hell, Marvel, DC, Star Wars, Universal, Fox, Paramount. Like it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like we want to talk about it all. You know, but as fans, I believe we have the right to critique it. You know, um, we also have the right to support it. We have the right to not support it. We have the right to um, offer our opinions about it, and not in a way that is demonstrative to the art itself.
hmm,
But maybe we just have expectations. Maybe we just have ideas.
for sure.
Maybe we just have ideas. Maybe we just have concepts in our head that based off our experience. This makes sense more than this, and this shit doesn't make sense. This does. you know.
Pretty
Mhm.
much.
So again, I don't want to go on a tirade or tangent, but if I'm not speaking, um, I know I'm speaking for myself, and I'm pretty sure I'm speaking for Brennan and Nate on this kind of thing.
This is pretty accurate.
Um,
Highly.
but at the same time, man, there's I can't tell you the excitement that we have, and we're trying. It's crazy. We're trying to jumble and figure out a way to get out as much content as possible for you guys, not only for you guys, but just to engage in that conversation that we enjoy so much. So, you know, um, I'll end my tirade there. um, and you know, man, there's a lot of stuff out there. There's a lot of stuff out there. Even if you don't follow us, we want you to follow us. We want you to come along this journey with us. But man, there's so much stuff out there coming. There's so much good entertainment out there to engulf yourself in. And we hope you come along that journey with us.
For
Well,
sure.
thank you.
You know, so much to enjoy. So many different things to find what you enjoy. I mean, like, there's so many different things. If you are a fan of DC, Marvel, Star Wars, movies, series,
Whew.
anything, you know what I mean? There's just so many things to dive into and to enjoy. And, you know, we are a fan just like all of you guys. And, you know, hopefully, one day we can get to the point we can grow. We can just, talk with all of you, just to, your
Oh,
opinions, answer
that
questions,
that
and,
that would be great.
just
Oh, that would be great.
grow a community and of how we just feel about everything going on, because it's very fun. We're entertained, and we're lucky to have these companies trying to put out content that hopefully we can all enjoy and be happy with. So you know that's we're excited. We have so many things to talk about, to get into. Like, the month of March is a
Whew.
crazy one. There's so many things coming. Warner Brothers, Marvel, DC. There's so much stuff out right now. And we plan to try to talk about as much as we can, and hopefully grow the community where we can all just enjoy these things together. So
Hey, just piggybacking right off of what these two said. I mean, yeah, we just hope we just want to get the conversation out there, have other people join in with us. Just to spread it out. Like we love to hear the opinions of other people, other than us, as much as we love to talk to each other. We talk to each other literally almost every day, like for hours at the end. Like we would love to get some some other opinions in here. It'd be pretty nice.
The most fun part, other than watching, is talking about it.
Absolutely. And I'll be honest with you, the fun part's watching, but man, I look forward to this. Oh, I look forward to this.
Absolutely love the
The most
conversation.
fun part is talking about it, and the more the merrier. Honestly, I like to see one day we're all just theorizing. Like it'll just be so fun. It's just great, and I just enjoy doing this with you guys, and we talk about this so much more outside of it. So it's just we just want to keep spreading it and continue the conversation, like Nate said. So.
But I feel like we should probably go ahead and wrap this one up. We're heading it's actually a really long one here. But this turned this into going from just kind of a recap to we are bad with time. We will try to get better with this. And then going from a recap to a more sort of a recap slash, kind of just feelings on the whole cinematic universe in general right now. Like, but
yeah,
which I mean, ain't too bad. Boss said, hopefully, everybody stayed with us. We appreciate it. We're gonna wrap this one up. It is getting a little bit longer. Like, if y'all do
Stay
like
tuned.
it, yes sir,
Stay
yes
tuned.
sir.
WandaVision.
Stay tuned.
Episode 9. That is it for the
Yeah.
season.
Like,
Looking forward, Falcon Winter Soldier.
subscribe.
We're coming.
We appreciate
Stay tuned.
it.
We're coming back with more.
Subscribe.
Have a good one,
Thumbs up.
guys.